Have you ever wondered how much healthy time you really have left after turning 70? Not months, not years, but the moments when you feel truly alert, steady, and alive. Every morning you wake up, the passing of time feels more real. Some people remain energetic, sharp-minded, with a smile that never fades. But others begin to slow down. Their bodies weaken, sleep becomes difficult, and they quietly withdraw into silent corners of life. The truth is, your body is constantly sending out clear signals about how long you might live, if you're willing to listen. This video will help you recognize 7 key signs, scientifically proven, that can predict your longevity after 70. And more importantly, each sign offers an opportunity to change, to live stronger, freer, starting today. But before we begin, I have a small question for you. Where are you watching this video from? Your city or your country? Please leave a comment. I'd truly love to know where this journey is connecting us from. And if you find this video helpful, don't forget to hit the subscribe button so we can continue this path to better living together. Let's begin. Sign 1, walking speed. Your steps speak volumes about your lifespan. When people talk about living longer, they usually mention genetics, diet, or medical history. But there's another sign that's more accessible, more noticeable, and, surprisingly, more accurate. It's how fast you walk every day. It may sound simple, but your walking speed actually reflects everything happening inside your body, from muscle strength, heart health, coordination, to even brain sharpness. If you've been slowing down without a clear reason, your body might be trying to warn you. Let's take 2 75-year-old men, Edward and Charles. Edward starts his day with a morning walk around the neighborhood. He walks with purpose. His back is straight, his gaze steady. He doesn't avoid stairs. Every step shows control and strength. Walking seems effortless to him. Charles, on the other hand, used to enjoy walking, but lately he's slowed down. His steps are short, his pace uneven. He runs out of breath easily. He avoids stairs whenever possible. And sometimes he feels a bit unsteady. Same age, 2 completely different stories. Slowing down isn't always just normal aging. It can signal weak muscles, poor circulation, stiff joints, or even early signs of neurological conditions like dementia or Parkinson's. When your legs weaken, your balance drops. You move less. The less you move, the faster your strength fades. That creates a silent, downward spiral. The good news is, you can work on it. If you've noticed yourself slowing down, don't ignore it. Take it as a prompt to act. Add a little more movement into your day, even just a few extra minutes of walking around your home. Do sit-to-stand exercises. Use stairs when you can. Simple leg stretches help too. Try to notice your posture, your stride, how confident you feel crossing the street or walking across a room. Because how you walk today says a lot about how long you'll be able to keep walking tomorrow. If you're still with me, and this part speaks to you, leave the number 1 in the comments below. Keep those legs strong. Now let's move on to the second sign. A quiet signal that lies right in the palm of your hand. Sign 2, grip strength. The power in your hands speaks for your whole body. You might not think much about it, but your handshake, or just the ability to open a water bottle, can reveal a lot about your health and your future. Grip strength isn't just about your hands. It's a reflection of your whole muscular system, your circulation, and even your nervous system. Research shows that older adults with stronger grips often live longer, stay more independent, and face fewer chronic illnesses. Let's look at 2 78-year-old men, Walter and Henry. Walter takes pride in his firm handshake. Each morning, he lifts light weights, carries groceries, or fixes things around the house. His hands stay active and capable. He opens jars, carries bags, and feels confident in daily tasks. Henry recently started noticing changes. Opening a bottle cap feels harder. His grip weakens while lifting his briefcase. He finds himself struggling with things that used to feel easy. He thought it was just aging, but in truth, his body is signaling muscle loss. If ignored, this can lead to frailty, falls, and even shortened lifespan. Your hands aren't just tools, they are signs. If your grip is getting weaker, it's likely your overall strength is declining too. But the hope is, you can regain it. Start small. Squeeze a stress ball. Lift a small weight. Do finger curls. Even simple daily tasks, like cooking, gardening, or folding laundry, help keep your hands engaged. Take a moment now. Clench your fist. Is it as strong as it was a few years ago? If not, it's time to care for those hands again. And if you're still watching, drop the number 2 in the comments. It's a quiet way of saying, I'm still here. I'm still holding on. Now, let's move into the third sign. One that tests something most people take for granted, until they lose it. Sign 3, ability to stand on one leg. Balance reflects longevity. Most people don't think about balance, not until they begin to lose it. But something as simple as standing on one leg for just 10 seconds can be a powerful predictor of how long you'll live. And how well. Balance isn't just about flexibility or muscle strength. It's a sign of how your brain, nervous system, muscles, joints, and reflexes are working together. When even one part weakens, your body will tell you. And often, the first sign is a subtle loss of balance. Take 2 women in their early 70s, Margaret and Susan. Margaret has always taken care of her physical health. She walks daily, does light yoga, and adds in a few balance exercises throughout the week. She can lift one foot and hold steady. Arms relaxed, posture strong, no wobbling. Susan hasn't paid much attention to balance. When she tries to stand on one leg, she immediately feels shaky. She grabs a chair for support. At first, she shrugs it off. Isn't that just part of aging? But it's more than a little wobble. Struggling to balance could mean declining muscle strength, slower reflexes, or reduced brain function. It also raises the risk of falling. A single fall can lead to serious injuries, long recovery, and loss of independence. So why does balance get harder with age? As we grow older, changes in muscle tone, joint flexibility, and the inner ear all affect how we stay upright. Medications and inactivity make it worse. But here's the good news, balance is a skill, and you can improve it even now. If you've felt off balance lately, or find yourself reaching for furniture when turning or standing, now is the time to act. Try standing on one foot for 10 to 15 seconds. Walk in a straight line, heel to toe. Practice gentle movements like Tai Chi or stretching. You don't need perfect results, you just need practice. Now, I'd like to invite you to test it for yourself. Stand up, slowly lift one foot. Can you hold it for 10 seconds without support? If yes, wonderful. If not, don't worry. It's not about perfection, it's about awareness. If this sign resonates with you, leave the number 3 in the comments. A little balance every day leads to a lot of strength down the road. Let's move forward to the 4th sign. One that happens in the quiet of night, but has deep impact on how you live each day. Sign 4. Sleep patterns. Is your body resting or wearing down? Have you ever woken up in the morning feeling more tired than the night before? Tossing, turning, waking up at 3 a.m. for no reason. If any of this sounds familiar, your body might be trying to tell you something. Sleep isn't just about rest. Especially after age 70, sleep becomes the time your body heals, rebuilding cells, restoring memory, stabilizing blood pressure, and strengthening your immune system. When your sleep is poor, your health quietly suffers. Let's take a look at 2 men, both 76 years old, Gerald and Franklin. Gerald has a steady routine. He goes to bed around 10 p.m., wakes at 6 a.m. No alarm clock needed. He wakes refreshed, alert, and focused. His days are active and his mood stays calm. For him, sleep is sacred. Franklin, on the other hand, struggles every night. He goes to bed at 11 but doesn't fall asleep until 2. He wakes up multiple times. Some nights, he only gets 4 or 5 hours. Over time, he feels foggy, forgetful, and irritable. His blood pressure fluctuates. His energy crashes. His immune system weakens. At first, he thought it was just aging. But the truth is, poor sleep was quietly draining his health. Sleep problems can stem from stress, eating too late, blue light from screens, medications, or even hidden issues like sleep apnea. But sleep can improve. Start by setting a consistent bedtime and wake time. Avoid caffeine, alcohol, and heavy meals late in the day. Create a calming bedtime routine, reading, stretching, or listening to gentle music. Let morning sunlight touch your skin to reset your body clock. If you're waking up tired or wired, take it seriously. Your body heals while you sleep. If this part speaks to you, leave the number 4 in the comments. Because better sleep tonight could mean better health tomorrow. Now, let's move on to the 5th sign. Something as basic as eating, but deeply tied to your strength and longevity. Sign 5, appetite and eating habits. When meals no longer bring joy. Remember the days when you looked forward to meals? The scent from the kitchen. The joy of eating even a simple dish. And then one day, you realize you're eating less. Food doesn't taste the same. Or worse, you forget what hunger feels like. If this is happening, your body may be trying to warn you. After age 70, appetite becomes more than just eating for energy. It's how you maintain muscle mass, protect your immune system, and support your brain. When appetite drops, silent malnutrition can begin, even if you're still eating every day. Let's take 2 women, both 74 years old, Eleanor and Diana. Eleanor loves her meals. She keeps things simple: vegetables, salmon, grains. She never skips a meal. She chooses her food with care and enjoys each bite. Her weight stays steady. Her skin glows. Her mind stays sharp. Diana lately feels differently. She often skips meals. A few crackers or a cup of milk is all she has some days. She's not interested in food anymore. She's lost weight without meaning to. She feels tired, dizzy, forgetful. Eating has become a task, not a pleasure. And what she doesn't realize is that her lack of appetite is silently harming her health. Appetite loss in older adults can come from hormonal changes, medications, digestion issues, or even early signs of cognitive decline. Left unchecked, it can lead to muscle loss, brittle bones, slower healing, and greater risk of falls. But there's good news. You can make changes, one small step at a time. Start by paying attention. Have you had enough water today? Is there one meal that still brings you comfort? Add something small that you enjoy. A piece of fruit, toast with peanut butter, warm soup. Break meals into smaller portions. Spread them through the day. If cooking feels tiring, prepare in advance or ask for help. And if eating alone feels empty, find a way to share it. A video call during lunch, a neighbor for tea, a simple chat while you eat. You were not meant to eat in silence. You were meant to feel nourished. If you're still listening and feel this speaks to you, leave the number 5 in the comments. That one comment is your quiet way of saying, I'm ready to care for my body again. And now, we move forward to the 6th sign. A quiet force that affects every system in your body. Your ability to cope with stress. Sign 6, ability to handle stress. Longevity isn't just about years, it's about peace. After age 70, good health isn't only about your heart, bones, or memory. It's also about how you respond to the hard things, the losses, the changes, the unexpected moments. Stress, when it lingers silently, can become one of the most dangerous forces in your life. It weakens your immune system, disrupts your sleep, increases inflammation, and over time, it quietly steals your energy, your focus, and even your joy. Let's take two men, both 76, Harold and Robert. Harold isn't overly optimistic, but he's learned to pause when life gets difficult. He takes deep breaths. He goes for walks in the late afternoon. He talks to his daughter or an old friend when something bothers him. He doesn't try to fix everything. He focuses on what he can control. He finds comfort in watering his garden, writing in a notebook, or cooking on Sundays. Robert, on the other hand, holds everything inside. Small problems feel overwhelming. He replays events over and over in his mind. He loses sleep. He worries about things he cannot change. He doesn't talk to anyone. He doesn't slow down. And slowly, his body begins to pay the price. His blood pressure rises. His sleep becomes restless. The joy he once had becomes harder to find. The difference between Harold and Robert isn't their circumstances. It's how they choose to respond. Science shows us that long-term stress creates chronic inflammation, and inflammation is behind most age-related diseases. Heart conditions, memory loss, diabetes, even cancer. But stress isn't permanent. It can be softened. You can begin with just a few minutes each day. Start your morning with deep breathing. Listen to calming music. Write a few simple thoughts in a journal. Walk at your own pace. Call someone who makes you feel safe. Most of all, don't carry it alone. You deserve peace in your later years, not pressure. And you don't need to earn rest. You're allowed to have it. If this speaks to your heart, leave the number 6 in the comments. It's a gentle reminder that you're not alone in what you feel. Now, let's move to the final sign. One that's easy to overlook, yet has the power to extend not just your years, but the meaning within them. Your social connections. Sign 7. Social connections. The thread that holds your life together. Some people live long not just because they eat well or stay active, but because they never let themselves stay lonely for too long. Modern science makes it clear. Older adults who maintain meaningful social connections with friends, family, or community tend to live longer, healthier, and more fulfilling lives. On the other hand, social isolation is one of the greatest threats to physical and mental health. It raises the risk of heart disease, high blood pressure, depression, memory loss, and even early death. Let's take two women, both 78, Ruth and Gloria. Ruth doesn't have a large circle, but she has a few people she stays in touch with. She joins a weekly book club at the local library. She calls her son every weekend. She checks in on her neighbor after dinner. She chats with the cashier at the store. She walks with the same few people each morning. Her world is simple, but it's connected. Gloria lives in a quieter space. After her husband passed away, she began to withdraw. She felt like she might bother her children if she called too often. Her old friendships faded over time. Days passed with the TV on, but no one around. She talked less, left the house less, felt more tired, more invisible. Loneliness, when left unchecked, doesn't just make the heart ache, it makes the body sick. The immune system weakens, inflammation rises, thinking slows, recovery takes longer. But just like every other sign, this one can be changed, starting small. You don't need dozens of friends. You just need one person to truly connect with. Send a message, make a call, invite someone for tea, join a club, a group, or a class. Volunteer once a week. Even if you're homebound, you can reach out. A letter, a video chat, a few words of kindness. You were never meant to live in silence. Your life deserves to be shared. If you feel this sign speaks to you, leave the number 7 in the comments. Let someone else see that they are not alone either. And now, you've heard the 7 signs that quietly predict how long you'll live after 70. But most importantly, you now have the chance to take small steps that make a big difference. Let's take a moment to bring it all together. Conclusion: your journey to better living starts with you. So now, you've walked with me through all 7 signs that can help predict how long you might live after 70. From walking speed, grip strength, balance, and sleep. to appetite, stress, and connection with others. Each of them is a quiet signal your body sends. But more than that, each one is an opportunity, an invitation to live more fully, more strongly, and more independently. We can't control our age, but we can choose how we live. And those choices, one small step at a time, are what shape our health and our joy in the years ahead. Maybe it's walking a few extra minutes, or calling a friend you haven't spoken to in a while. Maybe it's going to bed just a little earlier, or choosing a meal that truly nourishes you. Whatever it is for you, I hope this video gives you a reason to begin. If you found this helpful, please consider sharing it with someone you care about. And if you'd like to stay connected and receive more content like this, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications, because we're in this together. And finally, I'd love to hear from you. Out of the 7 signs we explored today, which one stood out to you the most? Which one are you ready to work on? Leave a comment below and share just one thing you're going to put into practice. It might be a walk, a better sleep, a phone call. Whatever you choose, your journey to a stronger, healthier life begins today. Thank you for watching. Take care of yourself, and I'll see you in the next video. Stay well.